We are going to discuss the story of a robot inventor. This is a biography. A biography tells about a real person's life and is written by another person. A biography will also give us facts about that person and is often organized in a time order sequence. Something else that's really common in a biography is that it's going to tell us about problems and explain how people find solutions to those problems. And that's what we're going to look at today with Takahashi. Let's first discuss what a problem is. So, a problem is something that a person wants to do, change, or find out. The way the person solves the problem is with a solution. So there's a problem that you might have. For example, maybe your bike tire is flat. That's your problem. That's something we need to change because you want to be able to ride your bike. The solution to that would be to put more air into your bike tire, and that solves your problem. So the problem is your bike tire is flat. Your solution is to put air in the bike tire. We're going to discuss the problem, how you get those steps in the solution, and finally, what the solution would be. And so in that example I gave you, the steps to that solution is to get like an air pump to pump up the tire. We're going to look at Takahashi now. So Takahashi was faced with many problems, and he was able to build robots and be successful and find solutions on how to build these robots from the problems that he had. Takahashi began to put his robots in contests. He made 3 robots for sports races in Hawaii in 2011. The first robot had to swim. That is Takahashi's problem. He has to make a robot that is able to swim. Well, when I think of a robot, I think about how a robot is made of things that shouldn't get wet, because usually when things with metal and electronics didn't get wet, for example, like a cell phone, they break. So that's his problem. He needs to figure out how he can get this robot to swim. So he wanted to put a robot in a race where it had to swim. Let's look at what his steps to the solution were. So for the race, there were many problems to solve. Takahashi made the swimming robot waterproof. That's an excellent example. So he made the swimming robot waterproof. Waterproof is really important. He gave it arms like fins to help it swim faster. That also makes sense because when we think of a robot, or when we think of animals that swim fast, those animals usually have fins. Or even like when you're in the pool, you wear flippers. And so those kind of act like fins when you're in the water. It just helps you swim better. So his steps to the solution: make it waterproof, give it fins. He built a waterproof robot, and its arms had or looked like fins. And you can kind of see that robot down here. So it's waterproof, and its arms look like fins. Now the reason why he built the robot like this, the solution, is so that robot could swim. He wanted to put a robot in a race where it had to swim. His steps to solution: make it waterproof, give it fins. His solution then is that it was able to swim in water and be successful. So we can use those steps to help us find problems and what the solutions are to those problems when we're reading text.